It's an interesting place to live with kangaroos that live in the trees, prehistoric birds that have decided not to fly and walk through the forest. And the gliders are a mammal that have taken to the sky and for an efficient way to move, that they glide between the trees in the tropical woodlands of the far north tropics. It's a magic species in a magic landscape. We believe the population is somewhere between 1,500 and 2,000 animals remaining in the wild. Their greatest threat is loss of habitat, and the majority of that has already happened. So our biggest need at the moment is to put back connections between the remaining habitat that's there. They're also threatened by the fact that the traditional burning is what's kept these forests open for thousands of years. And those burning regimes have stopped in more recent decades, or they've been changed so that the forest is not being sustained as open forest as well as it might be. Fire is an essential part of what they need. Highways, the power lines, the railways, our roadways all break up the habitat and cause what we speak about as fragmentation. Once that barrier is there, it's very difficult for the gliders to cross the barrier unless there's very tall trees directly either side of the roadways, and mostly we try and remove those too because we see them dangerous to cars. What we're working on, or what we've been working on in recent years, is putting in poles so that the gliders, very tall poles either side of major highways and roadways, to allow the gliders to move from one side of the road to the other quite safely. I absolutely believe that with good planning, we can actually find a middle ground and that we can share the landscape between the wild places that we have established and the areas that we need to protect. We can share the space in between. It's really simple by just keeping a few trees to allow animals like the gliders to move through their landscape. We can still have development and farming, and I think it's essential for the future of this species for us to start talking respectfully to each other instead of being polarised about the things that we can do together. Let's forget about putting in too hard basket the things that we can't do, but let's work on the things that we can.
The really important thing that everybody should realise is that they can actually get involved with conservation. Get out and volunteer on projects where you actually get to see the animals up close and personal, and these are endangered species, so not many people get to do that.